Dravid and Vaughan Smith as we look back on the week and ask, have you been paying attention? And now, here's your host, Hayley Sproul.
Welcome to Have You Been Paying Attention, the show where we test 5 news-obsessed comedians on what's been happening this week. And you'll want to win because we have a massive prize pack of an intimate experience with
exotic wild animals, especially hippos.
And I love the hippos. I do love me a hippo. Later tonight, we'll be joined by our guest quizmasters, the winner of Drag Race Down Under, Keita Mean, and Kiwi music royalty, Troy Kingy. But first, of course, let's meet our contestants. She's a writer of the BBC comedy Starstruck, Alice Snedden. He's just filmed his first stand-up special, James Roque. Our Kiwi comedy icon, Ben Hurley. The reigning Taskmaster champion, Angella Dravid. And his barber cut too much off his beard, Vaughan Smith. Alice, up the back, your first time on the show, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Very excited to have you. Now, people might not know, but you have been over in the UK for a long time now.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah. She's good. She tested
I want to
you.
get,
But you were working on the BBC comedy. You're the co-writer of Starstruck,
Yes.
Starring comedian Rose Matafeo. Very exciting.
Sure. Starring me, but she's in it too.
Well, you were, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, OK. Well, one of you has a few more lines to say. But, of course, yeah, you wrote it and you got a bit of a role in it.
A very tiny role, approximately 3 lines.
Don't downplay it, because
okay.
I think you played it excellent. Have a look.
Are you a fan of British comedy?
Yeah. You haven't seen British comedy until you've seen Manuel absolutely struggle with some plates.
Lift it out. Very good.
That's it, yeah.
Wow. Stunning performance. A stunning performance. Even some accent work there from you, Alice.
Yeah, they did not ask me to do that accent.
Right. I was gonna
that
say,
was just
to make
what I brought to the role.
But that's pretty amazing to put on the old CV. You have starred in a BBC comedy.
Yeah, I know. Well, the only reason I actually got it is because Nick Sampson was supposed to do the role, but he got stuck here during a lockdown.
Right, so you were a backup plan.
Yeah, I was on set, and I think I was basically free.
Well, you know what, Alice? You are here because we wanted you, not Nick Sampson. So.
Oh, thank you so much.
Well, actually, because Ursula's
Ursula's not here.
Yeah, that's fine. We're really happy to have you. James, great to have you back on the show.
Hey, kia ora, mate. I'm very stoked to be here.
And I want to say, look, you're looking good, James.
Thanks,
you're a
man.
handsome boy.
Wow, this is okay. This is a plan. I love
but
this.
I just want to bring you down a notch because we had a little bit of a dig. We had a little bit of a dig around the internet on you, James, and I managed to discover your very first profile picture from Bebo, and I want you all to enjoy it. There is just so much to break down here.
Yeah, I reckon it also holds up.
Really?
Yeah, I reckon.
So you're doing the classic.
Yeah, this thing.
This is pretty cool. The hair looks like it could snap off.
How come it looks like you can grow better facial hair then?
Because I probably could. Puberty's a bitch, man.
Angela, it was your birthday last week. Happy birthday.
Thank
The big 3-5?
you. Yep, 35.
35 years old. How did you celebrate?
I bought myself a CPAP, which helps you breathe. It pushes air in your...
Oh, it's like a sleep apnea mask thing. And this is a video of you using that apparatus. Have a look.
This is me talking with the CPAP.
It feels like it's too much air.
Yeah, so you're not supposed to talk with it. You're supposed to just breathe.
Just sleep and breathe.
Yeah. But I have a boyfriend now, and he finds it hard to breathe in some positions, so...
Right. multiple...
I'm going in.
Wow.
I mean, you're laughing, but that's accurate.
Okay, good.
He
Well,
was like, is that good?
well, here's to a better night's sleep. And... All right, team, it's time to dive into some news. So hands on those buzzers. Let's dive into it, so to speak. Behave yourself. The Prime Minister was adamant this week.
Hasn't this been a shambles?
No.
What's all that about, Alice?
Clark Gayford's CV.
Just one word to describe it, not what I'm talking about. What's a shambles, James?
Is that to do with the hate speech laws? Or, as I like to call them, the leave brown people alone laws?
There you go. Whatever you call them, you are correct. The government has had trouble communicating around them. Duncan Garner was asking Judith Collins the big questions.
Oh, good morning, Duncan.
This is a simple one, isn't it? John Key didn't want to touch it, Bill English touched it, and you want to do what?
What is it, James?
I don't want to say, but it rhymes with glitterous.
As always, James, we appreciate your subtlety at this early stage of the show. Ben?
Look, I just don't think it's very respectful to call Winston Peters it.
They're not talking about Winnie there. What's he talking about, Vaughan?
Retirement age going up.
Indeed, Judith Collins thinks it should go up from 65.
To what? 69?
Nice.
That's the best way to push through that legislation. No one wants it, but if it was 69, people would go, all right.
Yeah. Moving right along. National's Chris Bishop isn't impressed.
That's a pathetic number.
What is he talking about? Angela?
5 inches.
It's the amount of people that have had the new way of being tested with the saliva test.
Yeah, only 400 people have had the saliva COVID tests, and they're frontline workers. Pakudanga MP Simeon Brown was being asked the hard questions.
Are you a copycat? No, I'm not a copycat.
Why has he been called a copycat, Angela?
Is it he's been copying the personality of a wet towel?
Savage review there, Ben.
Is it because he walks around Parliament licking himself and showing everyone his anus?
That is... I don't believe it.
It's the back of a cat.
Yeah. James?
No, it's because he's been accused of stealing policies from the ACT Party, which is fine because the ACT Party actually steals policies from 1950.
Very good, James. I'll give you 10 points. Yes, ACT are claiming that National is stealing their policies, copy and pasting their press releases with just slight word changes. Bit embarrassing. This was big healthcare news.
In what's being described as a history-making vote, the New Zealand Nurses Organisation members approved...
Approved what? The nurses, Vaughan?
Hot nurses' outfits. That look you gave me, I'm going to stop myself here.
Oh, I love you. Alice?
Is it hot nurses' outfits?
That's a good one. I like that's
I
a
just
good
thought it might sound better coming from a woman.
Thank you, Alice.
Can be nurses? That's a bit sexist.
And women can be pervs.
Thank you.
Equality.
No points are paid there, though. Neither of you are right. It's not about hot nurses' outfits, Ben.
Pay?
Pay, baby. Give them more money. They're going to strike 3 more times in the next 3 months. This high school principal was frustrated.
It's just all this mahi that we don't really need. It's just hoha. It's another bloody taniwha that has raised its head.
What's that about? What's he talking about there, Ben?
Again, it's not a nice way to refer to Winston Peters.
He's not talking about Winnie, I promise you. Ange?
This is about his students being addicted to vaping.
It is. Yeah, reports that vaping is becoming a major problem for teenagers, and it's so hard when teens just want to look cool.
You know what? If he vaped, he would be cool.
No, he wouldn't. Good news for Catholics.
And Pope Francis is alert, breathing on his own and in good overall condition.
Huge news. What's that about, James?
Is the Pope being sold on Trade Me?
No, that is not his Trade Me description there. Alice?
Is this just the AM show's most popular segment, How's the Pope?
I don't know if that is a segment on the show. Ange?
He had half his colon removed, so now he's a semicolon.
Oh, very good. he did. He had surgery to remove half his colon. Only half his colon.
That's a pathetic number.
Get rid of the whole thing. It's time now for a break, but we'll be right back with our first guest quizmaster, Drag Race Down Under winner, Kita Mean Akuakine.
There's good news and there's bad news.
We're picking kumquat.
It does hero kumquat. It reeks of kumquat.
That, to me, was no longer fun.
How is Fanny related to Dick?
It was so hard.
And it's moistened slightly.
That can't be true.
Hands up who wants to be the mummy.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ta-da!
Love you, Mum.
I hate you. I hate you. And I quit.
Go yourself.
Welcome back to Have You Been Paying Attention? Vaughan, you are a man of many titles. Radio man, TV man, family man.
Yep.
And now you've added influencer to that list.
It's my pleasure to don the cap of farmfluencing.
Farmfluencing?
Yeah.
So you paired up with a farmy type company. Oh, no, don't influence on our show, please.
For all your farm needs.
Wow, so you've become an influencer, and I want to say that your first fluencing went really well. Have a look at this. Impressive video, but I do have to say that the behind-the-scenes shot and your employees is less impressive. Have a look. You know what? That's what having kids is all about. All right, team, fire up the old private jet and crack open the caviar. It's time for showbiz. Hands on buzzers, here we go. Gwen Stefani had a big weekend. What did she get up to, James?
She ate some bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
She did not. Ben.
James, don't be silly. She gave in and finally became a holler-back girl.
No, this is not what happened, Angela.
She got married, and at the wedding, instead of saying I do, she said no doubt.
Oh. Yes, she did indeed. She got married to fellow musician Blake Shelton. Well done to him. Scarlett Johansson revealed something big.
This is it. You gotta set it free, you know?
What is she talking about, Angela?
She's quit acting to become the face of Nappy San because they. Wait. Because they both love whitewashing.
Oh! That was a roller coaster ride of a joke there, Ange. She's not the face of Nappy San. James, do you know?
Okay, I know this. Big MCU fan. She's saying that this Black Widow movie might be the last time she plays Black Widow, which is great because I'm actually going to audition for the role, and so an Asian man is going to play one of her characters, so she's going to know what it feels like.
It's nice, yeah. Balance it out a bit. Thank you. Yeah, the new solo Black Widow film will be her final Marvel film. The point's yours, James. Heading to New York City and take a look at this. What are we looking at there, Ben?
That's what the Pope saw when he was under anaesthetic.
But it's not the visions of the Pope. Alice.
Is that a decile 10 school doing stage challenge?
Wow. I went to a decile 10 school and it looked quite similar. Vaughan.
That is a British band helping Americans celebrate their independence from Britain. Coldplay playing on July 4th.
Indeed, with digital dancers. Kim Kardashian and Kate Moss showed up somewhere unexpected last week. Where were they, James?
Save Mark Takanini.
Not there, Alice?
It was a library.
Ben.
Surprisingly, they're at KFC for a double down.
They were not there. Somewhere slightly more grand, Ange?
At the Sistine Chapel.
They're visiting the Sistine Chapel in Roma. All right, it is time to bring out our first guest quizmaster. She's a legend of our local drag scene who just took out the title of Down Under's first drag race superstar. Please welcome Kita Mean. Kate, it's so good to have you back on the show. We've had you before with Anita Wiglet, but here you are solo, as you are the winner of RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under. Is it still strange to hear that?
Oh, totally a dream come true. And
How did it feel when your name was the name announced?
Soft and wet, the way I like it. No, amazing. I feel so grateful. And when you said you'd have me back, I'm like, anything that's on my back, I'm grateful for.
Vaughan Smith, you got a question?
I'm like not overly familiar with rugby. I know about the All Blacks, but I know number 15's the fullback. But the number on your back, what position do they play?
Dinner for two.
Gotcha.
No, you did such an amazing job on the show. Absolutely incredible. There were some amazing drag queens on there, but you are number one. And my favourite challenge was this one, where you had to take a rugby star and turn them into your drag sister. So here is Carl, a rugby player, and here's him as your drag sister, Fetamine.
Oh.
Wow. You did an amazing job. What was it like making up someone who had never done drag before?
Oh, it was... you know what? Drag comes from the inside, so Carl had this amazing energy about him, and it just was so easy. We just vibed, and look how beautiful she is.
She's got a good jaw structure.
Yeah, for sure. You could fit a lot of stuff in there.
Strong. So you, of course, won this crown, which you wear so well. You won $30,000.
Oh, my gosh.
I know. Or did you not know that? Congratulations.
No, well, I mean, like, thanks to Cindy, it's 30 minus tax, but...
All right, Keta, are you ready to ask our contestants our TV questions?
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Oh, yes. All
Take it away.
Interesting decision-making process on The Apprentice Aotearoa.
Ready, set, go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Damn it! Those slap sounds on there first are too familiar. We need to know, though, what were they deciding?
What were they deciding, Ange?
Which one gets a career after the show?
Not quite the decision they were making, Ben.
Is it who, every time somebody says Mike Pero, has to sing Mortgages?
That is not what they were working out either. Alice?
I think they were deciding who was going to be project manager for a task where they had to take out maybe elderly people.
Alice!
Yes.
Come on, Alice! You're absolutely right. Congratulations. Give her a round of applause.
Next question, please.
This got fans extremely excited.
Ask yourself, do you want to be on the side of good or evil?
Oh, what were we looking at there?
Oh.
What were we looking at, Ben?
Is that The Apprentice got real gritty this week?
It's not The Apprentice, no. Alice?
Is that the trailer for Succession Season 3 coming out soon?
The trailer of Season 3, can you believe it?
I can't believe it.
The way you said it sounds like you wrote on it, though, like you're promoing it.
It's just so good. You guys have got to check it out. Honestly, stop watching this show and go watch
No, stay with us.
now.
Stay with
this
us.
isn't worth
Alice,
it. When you see that, you'll be like,
this is
wow,
Alice's
that's
debut
TV.
and her final show.
I vibe with that, Alice, because I ride on a Succession all the time.
Next question, please.
A new version of the RuPaul's Drag Race franchise was actually announced this week. What is different about it?
James?
No, is it Drag Race Italy? And I can't wait to meet my favourite new queen, Spicy a Meatball.
They're actually a duet, and they're in my tights at the moment.
Well, you can catch up on Drag Race Down Under on TVNZ On Demand, but it's time for a break before we crown our very own winner, Keta. Thank you so much for joining us. Hon mai te paki paki. Give it up for Keta. Hope you've been brushing up on your Duolingo, because we're taking a trip around the world. Here's an interesting sight out of Indonesia. Wow, what is going on there, Alice?
Oh, this is footage of my mum when I get back from the beach before I'm allowed in the house.
Wow, I don't believe that's quite what we're looking at. James?
It's people making COVID protocols, getting sprayed with water.
Yeah, indeed. Authorities are using a fire engine to spray water on those breaking COVID regulations. To Slovakia, where this car got people talking. A subtle number. You wouldn't want to parallel park this thing. What is special about that car, Alice?
I think it's got cup holders in the front and the back.
What? No, something more special about it. James?
It's a car that transforms into a plane. And when you drive it, you transform into a midlife crisis.
I'll give you the points for that. It's the first flying car to successfully take off, land, and drive away. Take a look.
Wow.
Was that Mike Hosking arriving at work?
It will be from tomorrow, I think. This got people talking.
Post heaven, West Virginia.
What are we looking at there, Alice?
I think this is what hell looks like.
Could be quite similar, I believe. And
he's reenacting how Columbus found America.
I mean, I wasn't there. Who's to say then?
I know this one. This is actually Mark Zuckerberg being a massive, massive douchey douche.
Correct, Ben. That is Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg celebrating the 4th of July. All right, it is time now for an individual challenge. This week, Amazon Australia have begun delivering to New Zealand, but we prefer shopping local. So we thought we'd dive into the wild side of Trade Me in a game we call Buy Now. Contestants, I'm going to give you a buy now price and 2 very real items on Trade Me. All you have to do is tell me which one the price belongs to, starting with you, Vaughan Smith. All right, Vaughan, your buy now price is $35. Will that get you this Dr. Seuss book that has been removed from official publication because of insensitive imagery, or this CD-ROM copy of Microsoft Office 2003, the academic version? Now, what do you think? The book that was pulled from the shelf, or docs written like your past self?
Oh, that's good. Now, there was a book that the Dr. Seuss estate said, yeah, you know what, fair enough, he wrote that in the 30s and times have changed and that's inappropriate.
Yeah, there was a couple of books I think that were pulled.
Yeah, but I would have thought that would have been worth more than $35, but then who the fuck wants Microsoft Office from 2003?
For $35?
I'm gonna go scrambled egg super, I think.
You think it is the Dr. Seuss book? It is not. It is the Microsoft Office there. The Forbidden Seuss book is $180. You're right, they do go for a bit higher there. All right, next up is Angella Dravid. Your buy now price is $59. Will that win you a TV shaped like a soccer ball? It features a 5-inch black and white TV and built-in radio, or this painting of 2 zebras hugging. What do you think, Ange? The intricate TV in a ball or the intimate zebras on your wall?
I'll go with the 2 zebras.
What's making you feel that for $59?
I'm guessing that the person who's selling it painted it themselves and they feel like it's worth $59.
Right. Right, what's the monetary value you'd put on the TV?
I think that's about monetary. So it's in working order. It looks like it's in good condition.
Yeah, it is. Black and white. Radio as well.
It's got a built-in radio and people always listen to the radio.
For $59, you think the painting?
I think so. I think the other TV might go for maybe $110.
You're wrong, Angela. $59 is for the TV. That zebra picture, they're asking for $90. All right, James Roque, you are in the hot seat now. Your buy now price is $249. Will that snag you these collectible 1975 30-cent stamps featuring Toheroa imagery with a slight colour shift on the right one, or A digger-themed cake that can be customised and have any name that you could dream of. What do you think? The tiny wee squares to lick and make wetter, or a chocolatey treat to make good parties better?
Well, look, even if $250 for 60 cents worth of stamps.
But they're collectors.
Is outrageous.
But stamps are collectible items.
I mean, I know people do, but how much are they worth?
Oh, heaps money.
Like, literally the point of the game is for you to guess.
$249.
Okay, $249. I feel like people, you're right, people do go like wild for like rare stamps. So I reckon it's the stamp.
You're going for the stamps? Yeah. I led you astray. It is the cake.
No!
It is the cake. The stamps are only 50 cents for both.
Screw you, nerds!
There you go. All right, Ben, your buy now price is $13,333.
Okay.
Will that buy you a float pod, which immerses you in darkness while floating in salted water in the comfort of your own home, or this brass banana sculpture from acclaimed New York sculptor Jonathan Adler? What do you think? Floating in the dark to get in touch with your feelings, or displaying high art that is very appealing?
Well, I reckon if you got on that flotation tank and shut it and you were in there with just your own thoughts, you'd be just completely consumed with how you'd misspent $13,333. However, this obscene piece of fruit. But I tell you what's leading me towards the piece of art is that beautiful marble plinth that it's on.
And I do believe, Ben, that the plinth comes with.
Oh, well, that changes everything. No, I'm going to go the art.
The banana is worth $1,422. It is the float pod that is worth $13,333. All right, now, Alice, you're up now. Here we have 2 big days and 1 big buy now price of $25. Will that get you this oversized 21st birthday wine glass in tasteful pink colour with rhinestone trimming, or this pair of wedding shoes, size 8.5, covered in smooth cream jewels, worn only once? What do you think? Coming of age sculling from your classy chalice, or choosing the shoes that'll make all your bridesmaids jealous?
Yeah, well, I would pay $25 for both of them,
right,
but I think that $25 for either one of them individually is a rip-off.
Oh, okay.
And that's no disrespect to the vendor. You know what? I'm going to say $25 for the 21st cup, only because I think someone who's like giving away or selling something from their 21st is like less bitter than someone who's getting rid of something from their wedding. So I feel like if the wedding's gone bad and they're going to want to make the most of it, and $25 is not going to cut it.
You are correct. It is the 21st goblet.
Yes.
Indeed, for $25. Those shoes are an absolute steal at just $50, if you ask me. We'll be right back with sport and Troy Kingi, Ako Akine.
Ladies and gentlemen, here she is.
Hospitals across the country are using unsterilised
cabbage juice.
That sounds like it's worth every single cent.
I don't know about you, but I'm scared enough of kids and teenagers.
There's water in the tap.
Pope Francis has undergone surgery in Rome.
It nips his genitals.
He's shaking them in his hand and he is rolling them.
I know I can't do that.
Yeah, I sort of went into some kind of hypnotic state there.
Yeah.
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 Kia ora, welcome back to the show. All right, hands on buzzers. It's time now for sport. Oh, it gets me every time. Hands on buzzers. The Black Caps have announced they will spend 7 days at the end of the month doing what? Alice?
Playing one single game of cricket.
It It's not quite. It's in celebration, Ben.
You know what? Make your little jokes. Cricket's boring, cricket's long. We don't care. We're world champions, baby. That's right. World champions. I don't care. They're going to take their World Test Championship mace all around New Zealand for 7 days. And do you know what? The final was 6 days anyway, so 7's not that much different.
The points are yours, Ben. Congratulations, team. Drama in the NRL.
They'd be sitting back going, what are these peanuts doing?
What is he talking about, James?
He just had a mean pad thai.
They're an integral part.
Peanuts doing?
They are an integral part. You're wrong there, James. Alice?
Is it like a rugby team or something broke COVID restrictions, or they had a party, or...?
They did. That's enough info for me, Alice. You did really well in the sports section there. Yes, the St George Dragons players held a house party that breached COVID regulations, leading to fines, and the player who hosted the party was fired from the team. Here's an intense moment at Wimbledon.
Your behaviour is terrible, terrible. You're the one to talk. You have zero respect, yes? Honestly, you're the one to talk. What?
Ooh, I love it. What's all that about, Ange?
She should have been working at McDonald's because she was dishing out some soft serves.
It's a good burn there, but I want to know why they're fighting like that, Vaughan.
One of them was accusing the other of faking an injury to, like, slow down play and delay the game.
Indeed. Tomljanovic accused Ostapenko of lying about an injury to slow the match momentum down, and they had a tiff on the field.
Yeah. There was no love there, Hayley. Thanks very much. Little tennis humour.
Those two were causing a racket.
And then to get back on her, she dropped a deuce on the floor.
Jesus!
Oh my God! Oh, you ran with that, huh?
Yeah, that was the perfect way to wrap up that riff there, Vaughan. It is time to bring out our second guest quizmaster. He's an icon of the New Zealand music scene who has just released his 5th album. Give it up for Troy Kingi! Welcome to the show, Troy. Fantastic to have you on.
Pleasure.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Yeah.
You've just released your 5th album. It's part of your 10-10-10 series. It is called Black Sea Golden Ladder. Tell us about it.
It's my 5th album.
Yeah, I've said that.
It's called Black Sea Golden
and
Ladder.
I took that one off as well.
And it comes before the 6th one.
Okay, yeah.
So basically on my series, I'm trying to do a different genre with every album I do. Every year, a different genre. And this one was a folk album every song is based on a different stage or phase in life.
So this was your folk album. What?
Yeah, so we've done alt, blues. The first one was quite eccentric. It took 10 years. It was 10 years in the making. So the first one's always kind of like the coolest because you've got so much time to make it.
Yes.
But then your follow-up ones, you only got the year to make it. Second one was a psychedelic sci-fi 70s space soul odyssey.
I know the genre. I know that genre.
What about Christian jazz?
Is that your energy a little bit?
Maybe.
So, your first album, you said, took you 10 years. This album, how long did it take you to write your 5th album?
4 days.
4 days.
That's right.
And what's the process there? Like, how do you write an album in 4 days?
You get someone who knows that genre to help you write it. So I had Delaney Davidson, who's kind of entrenched in that style of music, who kind of drove it for us.
And help guide you through it. Can you tell us what the next genre is, or is it a well-kept secret?
No, I actually start in 2 weeks. I've got one song, and we're going to the studio on the 25th to do 80s synth.
80s synth, yeah. I'm into that.
Talking Heads.
Yeah, nice.
Is it a cover of the cover of Funky Town?
Yes.
Now you've got 2 songs. Now you're about to tour New Zealand. You're going right up and down the country. What do you love about touring and performing live?
It's the first time actually doing like more than 4 shows. We normally just do the capital and the bigger centres, but now we're going to like Wanganui, we're going to Nelson, going right down to Dunedin. So, yeah, it's going to be quite scary because the last one I had a 9-piece funk band. Now it's just me and Delaney.
Yeah.
Being super arty.
Arty. Do the audience have to give you snaps instead of claps?
No, they just have to close their eyes and go.
Oh, man. Okay. Troy, it's amazing to have you on the show. Of course, because you are travelling the regions, we're going to get you to ask our contestants our questions from the regions. Are you ready?
Sure.
Take it away.
Starting an Upper Hut video.
It's permeating through the windows, the walls, the curtains, everything.
What is she talking about?
What's permeating there, Ange?
These are the extended lyrics to Get Low. From the window to the wall to the curtains to the sweat.
It's really, the sweat is permeating the windows and the walls. I wish it was the answer, Ange. It is not. James.
No, I saw this on the news. It's like the noise from like a bread factory or a flat bread factory or something.
Correct.
I'll give him that. Yeah, it's the.
If I have to like say anything else, like yeah.
No,
man.
yeah. It's the.
Right on, man.
It's the.
Next question. More than 600 Otago homes had a terrible Tuesday night. What happened?
What happened in Otago, Alice?
Was there a power cut and it was cold?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, next question.
Troy, can I just ask what everyone's thinking? Can I buy some weed after the show? No one wanted to say it.
Next question.
Yeah, you're entirely right.
Matoda made headlines this week.
The people up on the hill could smell it and it affected their breathing.
What did they smell?
Alice Snedden.
This isn't really an answer so much as more of an apology. I didn't know anyone was around. I thought that I was just going to get away with it.
Thank you for your apology, but it's not what we're talking about, so it was unnecessary to apologise. What can people smell, James?
Is it what the Roque is cooking?
It's not what they're smelling, Ben.
Is it what Troy is selling?
Correct.
It is not correct. You get no points for that answer.
Okay, sorry.
Angela.
It's the toxic waste from the paper mill.
Correct.
It was. There was like thousands of litres of toxic waste coming out of the Matoda paper mill.
It was a bad week for Picton's aquarium. What happened?
What happened, Ben?
I thought there was a Bunnings.
Oh, me too. Yeah, me too.
They absolutely look like Bunnings employees, but they're not, James.
Did their clownfish's dad come to rescue him?
Oh, no.
That's just a cute one.
Alice.
Is it that they're getting kicked out, like their landlord's telling them, like, leave?
That is correct.
Yeah.
I'm just going to read the whole answer. The landlords aren't extending their lease, meaning they will have to relocate all the animals by the end of the year.
Picton's right on the ocean.
Yeah.
This is how you relocate them. Here's another one. Just get a drill and hole in the side.
They just sent
Pretty
a friend, the
simple.
Inter-Islanders coming in with its big propeller and they're like, slow down!
Oh, it's not
Sashimi.
good news. Troy, thank you so much for joining us. And if you want to see him live this August, get your tickets from troykingy.com. He's going all up and down the whole country. Best of luck for the tour. Homaite Paki Paki. Give it up, Troy Kingy. Kia ora anō e ho mā. It's time to bring it on home with a round of rapid recall. All right, hands on buzzers, start that clock now. David Seymour is auctioning off what experience for charity, Alice?
His virginity.
No, he was not doing that. James?
A tour of Whoville?
Not a tour of Whoville, Ben?
It's lunch with him, and second prize is 2 lunches with him.
It is indeed. He's auctioning off a lunch with him and a personal tour of Parliament. The points are yours, Ben. A rare New Zealand tern popped up somewhere unexpected this week. Where, Alice?
Was it a MasterChef mystery box?
It was not. Vaughan.
Australia.
It was Australia in Newcastle, the first time one has ever been seen outside of New Zealand. A new diner in Tamaki Makaurau called Dog On Restaurant claims to be New Zealand's first what, James?
Openly racist restaurant.
No, they're keeping it behind the doors. Angela?
It's a dog restaurant. To book a table, you have to piss on a table leg.
I don't know if that's how you get a booking, but yes, the dogs are sat at a table and served gourmet dog meals. To a glacier in Italy, and what are these men doing? Ange?
Trying to fold a fitted sheet.
Oh my God. Not what they're doing there, James.
No, they are covering the glacier so it doesn't melt.
Yeah, they're covering it in this large white geotextile sheet to stop it from melting. Kate Middleton is spending some time alone this week. Why, Alice?
Is it because the alternative is spending time with Prince William?
Not specifically why she's by herself. James Roque.
Is she having to self-isolate because she was at something with people who tested positive?
Indeed, after a potential COVID exposure at Wimbledon. Moving along, Leonardo Da Vinci is back in the news this week. Why? Ange?
They found some of his living relatives, and they're all pretty shit at drawing.
Well, you're right. DNA researchers have found 14 living descendants, including farmers, office workers, an upholsterer, porcelain seller, and one artist. The points are yours. A new report has revealed that Jamie Lynn Spears is the only member of Britney Spears' family to not be what, Ben?
Toxic.
Oh, maybe, I don't know. She seems pretty toxic. Alice?
Is it she's not being paid by Britney?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's the only member of the family not on Britney's payroll. Andrea Arnikin will become the first New Zealander to go to the Olympics for what? Vaughan.
Alphabetical order.
Not why she's there, Ben.
Karate, Hayley.
It is karate. She'll be competing in the kata section of the games. Points are yours. A new study out of Otago University has found sheep live longer when they are what, James?
Given food.
True. Not an essential study they did, Alice.
Taste bad?
No. But how would we know? We'd have to take a nibble, wouldn't we, Vaughan?
It's castrated.
Castrated. Points are yours. To Denmark, and what are we looking at here, James?
My car after a day at the beach.
That is not the answer, Angela.
About 600 a week.
That is not the answer I need here, Vaughan.
It's the tallest sandcastle, right, from a competition.
The world's tallest sandcastle built this week. Pretty impressive. It has been confirmed Bill and Melinda Gates will continue to do what after their divorce, Alice?
Fight.
No. Not fight, Vaughan.
Use Microsoft Office 2003.
I certainly hope not, Ben.
Friends with benefits?
No, they're not, James.
They're still running like the Gates Foundation?
The Gates Foundation. It's their charity there on a 2-year trial, just to see how it goes. Big week for Pokemon Go fans. Ooh, that sound brings us to the end of the show. Let's check the final leaderboard. And our winner tonight is James Roque! Congratulations to our winner, and thank you to everyone for playing tonight. We'll leave you with this reminder of the need to pay attention when working on breakfast.
Pfizer will still be our main vaccine. One vaccine expert says this jab will help pull out.
Oh dear. Next week, we've got Laura Daniel, Tom Sainsbury, Reese Mathewson, Josh Thompson, and the debut of Liv McKenzie. We'll see you then.